Hello, amateur anime reviews. Okay, today I'm going to try to review the series called Canaan. That was a 13 episode series that came out around 2009 or so. It was directed by, and I apologize once again because I'm really bad with names, directed by Masahiro Ando and written by Mari Okada. I don't know too much about this series. I guess it had something to do with some video game or something like that. I'm not too sure. I think it's kind of I think it was released in conjunction with a video game that came out or something like that. But anyway, it's basically pretty much a straightforward action adventure series, action adventure espionage type thing. Um, let's see here. It's mostly set in Asia, in China, I guess. We'll say Asia to be certain. And the title character is a woman named Canaan, who's kind of, I guess, sort of a elite mercenary social fortune type person, and she gets hired to take down this organization called Snake, who's this criminal terrorist organization. Basically, what's going on? Snake has something planned for a international conference that's taking place in China. Now, at the same time, there's a couple reporters. One of the reporters is, I guess, Maria, and the other reporter is Minoru, and they're there to cover the conference. And Minoru, she's this young lady who's, kind of bright and sunny and a little bit naive and stuff like that. And Minoru is this kind of brash reporter. He kind of resents having to like babysit this newbie or whatever, but they're there to do a job or whatever. And he's also kind of showing her the ropes and things like that. And let's see, they really don't expect too much to happen, but like I said, Snake gets involved and all sorts of things happen. Snake is basically led by a lady named Alphard, and we later come to find out that Alford has some sort of connection to Canaan, and we also find out that Canaan has some sort of past history with Maria as well. And basically, as the story unfolds, we get to see, the various characters try to outsmart each other, try to one up each other. There's lots of fights, lots of violence. Interspersed with that, there's a kind of a bit of a emotional, melodramatic type of almost soap opera vibe as well. Like I said, certain characters have certain relationships with each other. Certain other characters step in. They have some history. There's a few twists, a few turns, a few double crosses, and things like that. And for the most part, I had some problems with it here and there, but for the most part, I actually really did enjoy the series. What I really liked most of all was I really dug the espionage adventure aspects of it. I really dug the whole terrorism bit. There is a subplot going on where there's this sort of how do I want to put it? There's some sort of biochemical threat going on, and then we learn about how there was once this village that the terrorist organization had something to do with, as well as the CIA had some involvement with, where people were experimented on. And like I said, there's this subplot going on where certain people who were in this village seem to develop paranormal abilities. That gets dealt with. I just like the whole thing of it's very suspenseful, the whole moving from point A to point B to point C. I really like the action. I thought was really well done. It's really well thought out. It was choreographed. I guess that's the word I want to use very well. So I really enjoyed that. For the most part, I like the character designs for most of the main characters. There's, half a dozen female leads. They all look different. They all have different body types. They all have different personalities, and it's very easy to tell one character from the next. Uh, On the other side, a couple of the main characters, there's main male characters, I should say. There's there's Manuro, and then there's another guy who, when we first meet him, he seems like he's this bar owner, and we find out, he's got his secrets as well. But I thought those two male characters looked a little bit too similar. Um, let's see here. Something else I didn't like so much is, I saw this on Netflix, and Netflix had the, I guess, English dubbed version of it, and just the dialogue was a bit off. And the thing is, I don't think it's the fault of the voice actors. I thought the voice actors were really good, but I do think there was a problem with the translation. It's just that whenever whenever people were saying dialogue that moved the plot along or had something to do with exposition, it was fine. But every once in a while, there's certain things that were supposed to be funny or supposed to be deep and poetic, and they just had me scratching my head like, huh, what does that mean? You know what I mean? So I was thinking about maybe if I could find it, um, one of these days, if I could find it, in the original language with maybe English subtitles, maybe watch a few of the episodes again and see how I felt about it that way. But like I said, that's not a big deal, but it's kind of something. What else? Those are probably the only negatives I had about it. Like I said, it's a pretty straightforward, adventure series. I would say give it a shot. I tried to see if it was available online, and I saw a Blu-ray version of it, but it was a little bit more money than I wanted to pay, and you know, I didn't see, just the regular. I didn't see the regular series out there, or I didn't see it cheaply, So I think this is another one of those things that's like, out of print for whatever reason. Okay, that's it. Tell me what you think. I got to thank you very much for being patient with me, and you have a great day.